At times in my life, I've faced significant challenges when it comes to concentrating on important or demanding tasks. During these periods, breaking free from the grip of social media can feel almost impossible. It's like being trapped in a cycle of constantly switching between tabs and endlessly refreshing pages, all while eagerly awaiting something engaging to happen, such as a captivating photo on Instagram or the newest trend. In this state, you're essentially waiting to be entertained. However, the moment you need to put in real effort, it becomes an incredibly arduous and, in some cases, even painful endeavor. I'm fairly certain that almost everyone can relate to this issue. You've probably encountered a plethora of YouTube videos offering tips and tricks to improve focus, but very few delve into the underlying reasons why concentrating on demanding tasks is such a formidable challenge. You might wonder, what's going on? Why is it such a struggle to sit down and engage in essential but taxing activities? Why do we lack the motivation to pursue actions that would significantly propel us forward in life, even when we genuinely desire these achievements? It's not a lack of desire, it's simply the difficulty of the task. So, in this video, I intend to explore the root causes of our procrastination and the difficulties we encounter when attempting to tackle vital tasks. Understanding the mechanisms at play enables us to establish long-term solutions. Achieving this might sound ambitious, but I genuinely believe it's feasible. However, before we can achieve this, we need to gain a deeper understanding of the human brain. What's peculiar about our human brain is that it has undergone very minimal change over thousands of years. We largely possess the same brain as our hunter-gatherer ancestors. This is the type of brain that evolved to scan vast landscapes for signs of food or a potential prey, and it would trigger excitement at the sight of an antelope, motivating one to assemble a hunting party to chase and capture it. Similarly, when stumbling upon a juicy berry while foraging, the brain would light up with excitement, as it represented a small but delightful reward. In those days, there weren't many distractions. Yet this was how our brain functioned. The same brain chemistry that once motivated our ancestors to chase antelopes now compels us to check Facebook notifications or browse Instagram. The driving force behind these behaviors is a brain chemical known as dopamine. You've likely encountered many self-improvement videos on YouTube discussing dopamine, but it's often misunderstood. Most people associate it solely with pleasure, but dopamine is primarily a motivational brain chemical. It's released when you anticipate a reward, or when you expect to experience something pleasurable. When our ancestors spotted an antelope, they experienced a surge of dopamine, motivating them to take action. Similarly, when you see a notification on Facebook, you receive a dopamine rush that urges you to click and explore. This means that dopamine is the key to our motivation. Despite having nearly the same brains as our ancestors, we now inhabit a world brimming with supernormal stimuli, thanks to technological advancements and capitalistic endeavors. This modern world is designed to maximize pleasure. Supernormal stimuli effectively hijack our natural reward pathways, tricking our brains into believing that the activities they facilitate are crucial for our survival, compelling us to engage with them almost irresistibly. A prime example of this is junk food. Food is essential for our survival, and high-calorie foods are even more critical as they provide more energy to sustain us. Junk food is meticulously engineered to be high in fat and calories. When we consume a delectable potato chip, our brain takes note. The next time we encounter a bag of chips at the store, a substantial surge of dopamine motivates us to obtain that seemingly vital reward for our survival. As a result, we often become slaves to our dopamine system, obediently following its signals. This is why we find ourselves in a continuous cycle of social media engagement, as our brain persuades us to stay on these platforms in the hopes of obtaining a reward, such as social validation or an intriguing discovery. It's our dopamine system that drives us in this direction. To sum it up, For those of us who struggle with focus and motivation for more demanding tasks, it's because we've essentially reprogrammed our brains to favor supernormal stimuli over natural, everyday rewards. It's not that these natural rewards aren't enjoyable. It's just that they're less rewarding than the artificially enhanced supernormal rewards. The long-term solution to regaining focus on less stimulating activities is to rewire our brains to find pleasure in these tasks, recognizing them as essential and rewarding for our survival. Achieving this shift isn't a matter of a brief dopamine fast for a few days. It requires a fundamental long-term reset. We must contemplate the level of stimulation we want in our lives and choose our engagement with supernormal stimuli wisely. Personally, I've observed that during extended camping trips, when my daily activities revolve around simpler tasks like cooking over an open fire, setting up a tent, walking in the woods, swimming, or relaxing on the beach, even conversations with loved ones become immensely pleasurable. This demonstrates that, like individuals breaking free from addictive cycles, we can eventually derive increased enjoyment from everyday life. Everything becomes more engaging, and motivation extends beyond addiction. I also experienced this during quarantine, realizing that my prolonged screen time had elevated my baseline of dopamine and stimulation so much that less exciting tasks became nearly unbearable. So, the key to enjoying and finding motivation for the essential components of our lives lies in reducing our intake of supernormal stimuli. I challenge you to contemplate the level of stimulation you invite into your life and evaluate what truly adds value. By reducing your consumption of social media, YouTube, junk food, and the like, you might discover a genuine enthusiasm for socializing, reading, or exercising. This newfound motivation, driven by dopamine, can lead you to the gym, a concept that might have seemed unthinkable before, but is entirely possible, backed by science. One method I plan to employ to maintain this change for at least a month is to curate a list of low-stimulus activities that I can choose over more engaging alternatives. This list includes activities like taking a walk, reading a book, engaging in conversations with friends, and going to the gym. Having this list at hand will provide an automatic response when the urge to indulge in more stimulating activities arises, such as munching on a bag of chips. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. Your support enables the algorithm to share this content with others, benefiting both them and me. If you're a lurker, why not hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to ensure you don't miss future videos? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.